then go ahead and take the right shin in front of the left. Walking the feet away from each other, paralleling the shins with each other. Start with the hands behind you, fingertips face back. Press down, roll the shoulders back. Walk the hands in a little more. Right, that'll initiate kind of a forward tip of the pelvis, forward tilt. And then just bring the hands in front and walk it out as much as feels okay for you. Let the head and neck go. And then walk the hands over towards that right foot, towards that foot that's out in front. And then you can allow that left elbow to soften a little bit or a lot. Some of you may be able to drop that left forearm down onto the floor, but walk the right fingertips out. Release the neck and head. And then sometimes you feel like you're releasing the neck and head, but you're really not. So continue to let it drop. Walk the hands back. And then taking that left arm out to the side, bring the right arm up, really reach with it, then bend that left elbow, a little or a lot. And then the top elbow, bend it, wrap the fingertips around, graze the ear, and then push the floor away with that standing hand. So in my body, I feel that I'm tipping right now onto that sort of left butt cheek, and you probably feel the same. So use the standing hands to kind of even that out a little bit. And then drag, nice and slowly drag yourself back up. Nice. Switch legs. Left shin out in front, parallel, feet walk away from each other. Hands back, fingertips face back, press down, roll the shoulders back, walk the fingers in a little more. And then take it into a forward fold. One more breath. And then walk the hands over towards that left foot. So they're on a diagonal. And then allow that right elbow to bend. So that right forearm, may just be hovering in the air. That's okay. It may drop to the mat. Walk out with the left fingertips. Really opening up that side body in the area of what we think of as the lats, the latissimus dorsi, those side muscles on the torso. Nice. Walk the hands back and then take that right arm out to the side. Allow the elbow to soften. Bring the left arm over as you're pressing down with that right hand. Bend the top elbow. Bring the hand to the outside of the head and arc up through the rib cage. And then pull yourself back up. Nice. Downward facing dog. Take the feet as wide as the sticky mat. Bend the knees deeply. Press the floor away. Really nice deep bend of the knees. Find the length of the spine. And then bring your feet into their normal dog footprint. Sink the left heel down, so straighten that left leg, bend the right knee deeply. And then switch. Deep bend to the left knee, right leg is straight. Press the floor away. And then two straight legs, straighten both legs, and a couple times together. Inhale into a plank. And exhale back into a dog. Again, inhale into a plank. And exhale back into a dog. One more time, inhale into a plank. And exhale back into a dog. Walk the hands back to the feet. Heel toe the feet off the mat. Clasp the hands, so get a nice wider stance here. Clasp the hands behind at the base of the skull and allow the spine to drape nice and long. Feel like the hip crease moves up towards the ceiling. You can sway a little. And then unclasp the hands, bring them out in front on fingertips. Find a really long spine and get the sensation of the inner thighs rolling back. And then with that left arm extended, thread the right hand through for the outside of the left ankle or shin and turn. And then apply some pressure with that right hand against the leg and sort of push back with the leg energetically. Bring that right hand back and switch. Left hand, thread it through and turn. And again, that hand isn't just hanging out. It's kind of pulling and the leg is resisting. So there's some muscular engagement there between the hand and the leg. Nice. Walk back into dog pose. Raise the right leg in a three-legged dog. Raise it a little higher. Roll the hip open, keep the leg straight. Press the floor away with two straight arms, especially that right arm. And then bend the top knee, turn open a little more. Nice. Leave that knee bent as you level the hips and shift into a plank. Right knee, right upper arm. Hips stay high. Shoot the leg back and lower it down. Left leg, three-legged dog. And again, get a little ambitious here. Raise it just a little more. Keep the leg straight. Roll the hip open. Press the floor away. Bend the top knee and turn. Keep the knee bent, level the hips, shift forward, left knee, left upper arm. Shoot the leg back and lower it down. Walk the feet up to the hands. Sweep up with an inhale. Dive down with an exhale. Hands to shins, halfway up, inhale. And exhale, fold. Inhale, sweep all the way up, reach. Exhale, hands to heart. And again, sweep up. Dive down. Halfway up, inhale. Exhale, fold. Inhale, sweep all the way up. Exhale, hands to heart. Sweep up with an inhale. Dive down with an exhale. Plant the hands. Right foot back, right knee down. Start with both hands on that left thigh. Find the feet. Sweep up with the arms. Hook the thumbs, pull, and reach. Release the hands and clasp them behind you. Draw the hands down and back. Nice. Hands down, plank. Take a moment here, feel the spread of the shoulder blades. So feel like you could spread the shoulder blades away from each other. Another breath. Lower all the way down, clasp the hands behind you, locust. And down, little cobra pose. And down. Downward facing dog. Right leg up, keep it straight, roll the hip open, push the floor away, and then drop that left forearm down to the mat and turn. Keep that right leg lifted, pressing back into a three-legged dog, shifting forward into a plank, and just for a moment, left arm up and down, back to three-legged dog. Drop that right foot, find your breath. Bend the knees, look forward, step or hop to the top of the mat and sweep up. Dive down. Plant the hands, left foot back, left knee down, both hands on that right thigh to start. And then sweep the arms up, hook the thumbs together, pull. And then hands clasped behind you. Roll the shoulders open. Nice. Hands down, plank. Again, take a moment here in your plank. Draw the tailbone down. Pull the shoulder blades apart. Lower all the way down. Locust, clasp the hands behind you, draw them away, and down. Cobra pose. And down. Downward facing dog. Left leg up. Keep the leg straight, roll the hip open. Drop that right forearm down and turn. Keep the left leg raised, press back into a three-legged dog. Shift into a plank. And just for a moment, right arm up and down. Back to three-legged dog. Drop that left foot down. Couple of breaths here in dog, excuse me. Step or hop to the top of the mat. Sweep up. Dive down. Plant the hands. Right foot back, right knee down. Interlace the fingers and press out. And up. Push. As you push the feet, press down, they feel like they're pulling in towards each other. Elbows straighten. Release the hands and either bring them in prayer behind you or clasp the elbows. Open the chest up and breathe. Nice. Release the hands and prayer in front. Right elbow over left thigh, turn. Left hip pulls back. Hands down, plank. Find your breath. Come all the way down. Separate the legs as wide as the mat. Hands come wide on fingertips. Shoulder blades roll down and back. Pull the floor towards you as you peel up into Temple Cobra. Take a breath or two here. And down. Really nice. Hands and knees. Downward facing dog. Raise the right leg. Roll the hip open and bend the knee. Turn. Keep the knee bent. Level the hips. Shift forward, right knee, right upper arm. And then right knee, left upper arm, just for a moment. Bring it back. And lower it down. Take an inhale. Exhale, bend the knees, step or hop to the top of the front of the mat, and sweep up with an inhale. Dive down with an exhale. Plant the hands. Left foot back, left knee down. Interlace the fingers and invert them. Push. And lift up. Straighten the elbows. Release the hands and either prayer behind you or clasp the elbows. Open the chest, roll the shoulders back. Nice. Palms together in front. Left elbow over right thigh and turn. You can really feel it as you start to take your spine through all its ranges of motion, right? Twisting, extending, flexing, hands down. Plank. Come all the way down. Separate the feet as wide as the sticky mat. Hands come wide on fingertips. Peel up into Temple Cobra. And breathe. Can the shoulders drop? Maybe not. And down. Hands and feet. I'm sorry, hands and knees, and then back to downward facing dog. Left leg up. Roll the hip open, bend the knee, push the floor away. Leave the knee bent, shift into plank. Left knee, left upper arm. Push the floor away, straighten the elbows. Left knee, right upper arm. Shoot the leg back and lower it down. Bend the knees, look forward, step or hop to the top of the mat and sweep up. Dive down. Plant the hands, right foot back, right knee down. Sweep the arms up. Then clasp the hands and bring them to the back of your head, right? The back of your skull. And then as you open the chest up, draw the elbows towards each other, up towards the ceiling. Press down with the feet and pull them towards each other. Breathe. Nice. Carry the head back up. Palms together in front. Right elbow over left thigh. Turn. Take a breath here and then furl the back toes under and straighten the leg. Spin it into a high lunge, thumbs at heart center. Find your breath. Warrior 3, hands at the heart. Hands down, standing split. Right, it's early-ish still. Hamstrings might not be super warmed up, so it might not be your most glorious standing split, but that's okay. Lower the right leg to meet the left, bend the knees. Utkatasana, chair pose. Forward fold. Again, Utkatasana, chair pose. Forward fold. One more time, Utkatasana. And forward fold. Step the right foot back. Keep it straight. And just for a moment, right hand down, left arm up. Little twist. Nice. Bring that left hand down, step back into dog pose. Step or hop to the top of the mat and sweep up. Dive down. Plant the hands, left foot back, left knee down, both arms sweep up. Clasp the hands, bring them to the back of the head. And then again, some activity there between the head and the hands as they push towards each other. Open the chest up and draw the elbow points together up towards the ceiling. Feet are working. One more breath. Carry the head back up. Palms together in front. Left elbow over right thigh, turn. Furl the back toes under and straighten the leg. Spin it up into a high lunge, thumbs at heart center. Warrior three, hands at the heart. Find your breath. Hands down, standing split. Lower the left leg to meet the right. Come into Utkatasana. This time we're only going to do one Utkatasana chair pose, but I want you to really sit into it. Poke your butt back and down. Raise the chest up. Reach the arms. This may be enough for you. Otherwise, if the shoulders allow for it, palms together, arms stay straight. One more breath. Forward fold. Left leg back. Leave the hand on the mat and turn to the right. Just a little nice, easy side twist. Right hand down, downward facing dog. Find your breath. Right leg up, roll the hip open and bend the knee. Step forward, keep that back leg straight. Drop the left knee down. Heel toe that right foot out to the right. Sink forward. Feel free to stay on the hands here or bring that left forearm down to the mat. Let that right thigh roll out to the right. Let the right foot roll to the pinky toe side of the foot. You can even bring that right hand to the inner thigh. Open the chest a little, and then for just a moment, left knee bends. Right hand goes to the pinky toe side of the foot. Press the foot away from you. Turn the chest to the right. Push the floor away with that left hand. One more breath. Release the foot. Bring both hands down in front. Back the hips up and take that right leg back into a three-legged dog. Shift into a plank, and just for a moment, left arm up. Left hand down, three-legged dog. Shorten the dog up a little, walk the hands a little closer in, push the floor away. Really press away with that right arm. Left hand walks to or towards that left calf or ankle. And down. Lower that right leg, find your breath. Left leg up. Roll the hip open and bend the knee. And then big step forward with that left foot, back leg stays straight. Drop the right knee. Heel toe that left foot out to the side. Drop onto that right forearm if that's available. Roll that left leg out to the left. You can use that left hand inside. And then bend that right knee. Hold on to the pinky toe side of that back foot. And then turn. Push the floor away. One more breath. Really nice. Release. Bring the hands back, back the hips up. Step back into a three-legged dog, left leg comes up. Shift into plank, and just for a moment, right arm up. Right hand down. My moments are getting shorter and shorter. Walk the hands back towards the feet. And then right hand to or towards that right shin. Back to dog pose. Find your breath. Bend the knees, step or hop to the top of the mat, and sweep up. Dive down. Plant the hands, right foot all the way back, high crescent lunge, sweep the arms up. Left hand, bring that left thumb into that left hip crease and pull it back. And as you do, that right arm is getting longer. And then bend that right elbow, cross it over, keep pulling with that left thumb. Slide that arm all the way down. Slide, 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 slide. And then straighten the arm. You may need a book or a block, something to press against. Keep turning. And then left arm up. Breathe. Draw the palms together now. All right, it's a nice slow transition here. Float it up into a high lunge, thumbs at heart center. And sweep the arms up. Hands down, chaturanga, up dog and down dog, slowly. Nice. Take a breath here. Step or hop to the top of the mat and sweep up. Dive down. Plant the hands, left foot back, high crescent lunge. Sweep the arms up. Right hand, bring that right thumb into that right hip crease. Don't be shy here, really dig it in. Pull it back. Reach up with that left arm. And then bend that left elbow, slide it down. Keep that right thumb where it is. Slide, 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 straighten the arm. And then that right arm extends up. That's all too much, just stay with palms together. Take a breath, and then bring the palms together. Stay there for a moment. Then transition into high lunge, thumbs at heart center. Sweep the arms up. Hands down. Chaturanga. Up dog. And down dog. Take your time. Nice big breaths. Step or hop to the top of the mat. Sweep up. Dive down. Plant the hands. Right foot back, right heel in. And then fly the arms back alongside you. And on an inhale, sweep it up, warrior one. Nice. Clasp the hands behind you. Turn the chest forward. And forward fold. Extend out through the crown of the head. Bring it up. Sweep the arms up. Fly the arms back. Pivot on that back foot, coming to the ball of the foot. Warrior three, arms fly back. Left hand down, right hip rolls open, half moon. Right hand back down, square the hips. Step back into a high crescent lunge, arms sweep up. Hands down. Come into plank. This time we're going to hold chaturanga for an extra breath. So, into chaturanga, inhale, exhale, inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Or hop to the top of the mat and sweep up. Dive down. Plant the hands, left foot back, left heel into center, fly the arms back. On an inhale, warrior one. Clasp the hands behind you. Turn the chest forward. Reach back, straighten the arms. Forward fold. Slowly bring it back up. Extend through the crown. Sweep the arms up. Fly the arms back, pivot onto the ball of that back foot. Warrior three, fly the arms back. Left leg raises. Right hand down. Open that left hip up. Half moon. Left hand down. Take your time. Actually, a slower transition is a harder transition. Come back into a high lunge, sweep the arms up. Hands down, plank. And again, chaturanga with an extra breath. Come into chaturanga, inhale, exhale. Inhale into up dog. Exhale into downward facing dog. Take a big step forward with the right leg and come into warrior two. And then take a moment here, widen the feet a little, sink that left thigh a little lower, reach. Take a breath or two here, and then straighten that front leg. Bring the hands to the hip points and pull that left hip point up. Right? So that left hip point starts to come up a little. And with that, then rebend the front knee. And then into reverse warrior, not just from the waist, but feeling that left hip pulling up as well. Reverse warrior. Right hand slides down. Straighten the front leg, triangle pose. Breathe. Take a moment and notice that left hip crease. Draw it back. Tuck it further back. One more breath. Keep the legs straight, floated up and back, reverse triangle. Back to warrior two. Hands down, plank. What's really nice about doing this virtually is I don't have to look at anyone glare at me. Chaturanga with an extra breath. Hold it. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, upward facing dog. And exhale, downward facing dog. Step forward with that left foot, warrior two. Right, and then we tend to come into our habitual warrior two. Maybe widen the feet a smidge and maybe sink that right thigh bone a little further and then reach. And then just for a moment here, straighten the front leg. If you put your hands on your hips, you'll kind of see that they're tipped forward. Pull that front hip up. Nice. And then rebend. Reverse warrior. Straighten the front leg. Triangle pose. In triangle pose, notice that back hip crease. And I may have been a little backwards last time on my instructions, so I apologize. Kind of flipped from mirroring you to not mirroring you. But that left hip crease, pull it back a little more. Keep the legs really straight, float it up, reverse triangle. Nice, warrior two. Hands down, plank. One more time. Chaturanga with an extra breath. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Walk the feet up to the hands. I'm going to take a moment here with side crow. Bend the knees. Turn the knees off to the right. Turn the feet off to the right. Arms are out in front. Right? And always, we don't go down, we go forward. And that's why you don't want the hands too close. It won't give you any room to go forward. Come on to the tippy toes. Keep the forearms parallel. Create those chaturanga arms. Makes a little shelf. There you go. Side prep. And down. In between, one little half salutation. Sweep up with an inhale. Dive down with an exhale. Halfway up, inhale. Exhale, fold. Inhale, sweep all the way up. Exhale, hands to heart. Drop down, hands down, knees and feet off to the left, hands out in front. Forearms stay parallel. In fact, spin the elbow creases forward. Come on to the tippy toes. Look out. Bend the knees. Create a little shelf and balance. Nice. Bring it down. And one more time. Ardha Surya Namaskar, half sun salutation. Sweep up with an inhale. Dive down with an exhale. Halfway up, inhale. Exhale, fold. Inhale, sweep all the way up. Reach, smidge of a back bend up here. Exhale, hands to heart. Nice. Come back into downward facing dog. Step the feet back. Raise the right leg all the way up. Roll the hip open. Right shin forward pigeon. Bring the hands back towards you and out to the side. Come on to fingertips, the same sort of hands that you had for temple cobra. You know, it gives you some nice leverage. The hands are wide. That allows the shoulders to drop down a little more, the chest to open. Just a breath or two there. Nice. Then bring the hands 45 degrees out in front. Press down and turn a little. Imagine you have that right thumb in that right hip crease. Pull it back a little. And then sink down just a few moments. Nice. Walk the hands back. Roll onto that right sitting bone. Swing the left leg around. And stack the left shin on top of the right. If that doesn't work for you, just keep it parallel in front. Bring the hands behind you for just a moment. Find some length in the spine. And then this may be enough for you. You know, if there's a lot of sensation, just stay there. If you feel like you have some more room, take the arms in front into a bit of a forward fold. But sitting upright is just plenty for many people in this pose. So just a breath or two. Nice. Walk the hands back. Step back into downward facing dog just for a moment. Left leg up. Left shin forward, pigeon. And again, you might feel awkward. Bring the hands in that sort of temple cobra position. So fingertips are really strong, pressing down. Back foot, top of that back foot also presses down. Shin presses down. And then 45 degrees out in front with the hands. And then again, that imaginary left thumb into that left hip crease, pulling it back. And settle into it for just a few breaths. Walk the hands back, roll onto that left sitting bone, right leg. Cross the right shin over or parallel them. Hands behind you. Feel free to stay here if this is plenty of sensation for you. Otherwise, for just a moment, arms out in front. Nice. Walk the hands back. Uncross the legs. Roll down onto your back. Bend the knees, bring the feet down. And then shift the hips up. Scooch them over to the right. Float the knees up and let them roll to the left. Arms stretch long. Or if you're like me and you're near the wall, one arm is stretched out and the other's kind of in a weird position, so don't look at me. I can actually stretch that one overhead and make it work. It's almost always a way to make it work. Roll back through center. Stand the feet down. Lift the hips up. Shift them over to the left. Let the knees roll to the right. Arms stretched nice and wide. And back to center. For just a moment, come into happy baby pose. Bend the knees, feet face up towards the ceiling. Hold the outside edges of the foot if that's available to you, and if it's not, go for the shins. And then the tailbone, it kind of wants to roll up towards the ceiling. Draw the tailbone back down towards the mat, almost as if you could create a little space in between the sacrum and the mat. Ideally, you can do that. If not, you're just moving towards that. Take a breath. And then keeping your legs in that happy baby shape, just widen them out in kind of a bigger, sloppier way. And then maybe rock a little bit side to side. Sometimes big and sloppy works. Nice. Draw the knees together in towards the chest. Give a little hug of the knees into the chest. And then stretch out. Come into Shavasana. Legs down, arms out. Release all muscular engagement, which is not easy for many people. So maybe you do a little body scan and see if you're kind of clenching or staying active somewhere. One thing that we'll notice sometimes as we're here in Shavasana is that even without our ambitioning it, our breath is longer, slower, smoother than when we started. And just a few nice conscious breaths. Draw the knees into the chest. Give a little hug. Roll onto your side. Bring yourself up into an easy seated position. Draw the palms together, thumbs at heart center. Give a little bow of your head to your heart. The light in me honors the light in you. Namaste.